it's just looking at that line on your back.
Yeah, it's from my knee. I don't have the line for like your stitches or something.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Okay, I'm taking these slippers off because I don't want to hurt anybody.
Oh my god.
I'm the little dolphin. I'm the little dolphin. What are you doing? Trying to take this off. Oh. You know my name? I think I was. I'll lift you up. Oh yeah. I need something. Tell me ready? Ellie, do you know my name? Ellie, you know my name, right? Bella. That's Bella. You know my name, right? You know my name, right? You know my name. Yeah, it's so mine's not that easy. Let's swim around. Let's swim all the way around.
Category. He does a pretty good job. The booing last night, which was so very rude, he handled it very well. So you check regularly and you ask forgiveness often. But for some reason your spouse doesn't accept your regular, repeated pleas for forgiveness. Jesus gives you clear advice in two stories he tells. In one, Luke chapter 11, Jesus tells of some person that needs bread in the middle of the night. And he knocks on a friend's door. The friend says, "Go away, I can't get up and give you anything." But I tell you, Jesus says, even though he won't get up and give him anything because he is a friend, yet because of his persistence, he will get up and give him as much as he needs. So I say to you, Jesus said, keep asking and it will be given to you. Keep searching and you will find. Keep knocking and the door will be open. Persistence, in fact, is such an important behavior to Jesus that he tells a second story a couple chapters later. In this story, he says, there was a judge in one town who did not fear God nor respect man. And a widow in that town kept coming to him saying, "Give me justice against my adversary." For a while he was unwilling, but later he said to himself, "Even though I don't fear God or respect man, yet because this widow keeps pestering me, I will give her justice so that she doesn't wear me out by her persistent coming." So if your spouse doesn't buy into your pleas for forgiveness, just be persistent. Okay? Now for the unforgiving spouse, every one of you that might be, and probably both of you over time. In reading the Bible, your unforgiving spouse will see these words in Matthew. Then Peter came to him and said, "Lord, how many times can my brother sin against me and I forgive him? As many as 7 times?" I tell you, not as many as 7, Jesus said to him, but 70 times 7. The term 70 times 7 in Jewish terms is a term that means each and every time, for always. So if you're persistent in asking forgiveness, your spouse will eventually follow Christ's direction and forgive you each and every time. The second and vital ingredient in a great marriage is also conveyed in the Bible. Jesus commanded to his followers to love thy neighbor. And when asked how one loves his neighbor, he answered by telling this story. And before I give you the story, please understand that your nearest neighbor is your spouse. So this applies to you. A certain traveler en route to a city is accosted by robbers who beat him, rob him of everything, including his clothes, and leave him for dead. 3 people come upon this naked, near-dead victim, 2 of them Jewish leaders, and 1 of them a Samaritan. The 2 Jewish leaders pass by the poor guy with no action. The Samaritan sees the guy, goes to him, mends his wounds, wraps him and carries him to a nearby inn. Gives the innkeeper money and says to the innkeeper, whatever the cost, I will pay you on my next passing. So Jesus says to the questioners, which one of these 3 of the 2 Jewish leaders and the Samaritan, which one loved his neighbor? If you know the answer. There's a lot to that parable, but the one take from it is that to love someone is to meet someone's needs. I would tell you in my experience that in that story, Jesus is really saying to love someone is to encourage that someone. Having studied Jesus' words and actions in particular as they relate to the culture of his time, I believe that Jesus demonstrated his love as much through encouragement as he did through the miracles of healing. In a good marriage, one spouse is an encourager. In a great marriage, both spouses are encouragers. What does an encourager look like? Well, let's say your spouse has mentioned a desire to be a writer. An encourager would show up one day and say, I bought you this laptop and some writing software I saw on sale. An encourager would say, I saw you looking last month at a writers' conference in New Orleans. I've been having my coffee at McDonald's instead of Starbucks, and I have saved enough money for you to go. Here are the tickets, and here are the reservations. And don't worry about your responsibilities, I've taken care of them. Every step your spouse would take towards writing, you would celebrate. And eventually, your spouse would come to realize that you believe a great writer is in the making. What? Whether your spouse becomes a celebrated author or not is not relevant. The person they blossom into is. Someone has said our greatest fear is not that we can't. Our greatest fear is that we can. An encourager helps a spouse overcome that fear. Closer to home, let's say, and this could be you, by the way. Closer to home, let's say the Good Samaritan story goes one step further. The Samaritan arrives home, and the spouse says, where's the steak? And he says, got hot dogs. Use the money to help this guy. And by the way, we're not going on vacation because I committed the money for vacation to take care of this guy at the end. So how you react to that line of discussion will determine whether you're an encourager or not. There are ways to encourage somebody when they come home and say, I've spent the vacation money. I cannot emphasize enough to both of you how much your spouse's countenance is a result of your encouragement. It is within your ability to form. I have a friend, married for a very long time, who regularly complained about his wife's behavior. That her behavior was mostly a result of her childhood environment, and that he was frustrated that she wasn't willing to change. It's a true story, by the way. I told George, which is in his name, I told George, if your wife left you tomorrow, and you married another woman, within a year your new wife would be behaving just like your old one. That he fostered and encouraged his wife's behavior, and that he was the source of his woes, not his spouse. He almost hit me. I thought he was very, very angry. But several weeks later, after cooling off and doing some research, he accepted his role and began to change. And I have to tell you, today they have a far more positive relationship. However, for them, there have been many years of no joy in Mudville because they were not encouragers. Okay? So, two final areas of counsel. Now this next one, you're going to think I'm lying. Just you won't. When your Aunt Pat and I were courting, she understood that she could attend church whenever and wherever she wanted, but not to expect my attendance. I had no desire to attend church. Some 10 years into our marriage, that changed, and I chose to be a committed churchgoer. Several years ago, a young man under Dan's mentorship asked me for coffee, and at coffee said, "If you could give me what you believe to be the 5 most important points in a person's life, what would they be?" I have to tell you, one of them was go to church every Sunday. This is a joystick. Albeit, it's a military joystick. If you look underneath, there's a bunch of information about the military. It normally has a bunch of wires coming out of it. I had to clip them all off. But it is actually worth an awful lot of money. Or was, when it was made. Anyways, this comes off of a ballistic missile submarine. It is used to help the submarine know precisely where it was and where it was headed. In a missile submarine, ballistic submarine, where you are and where you're headed is essential if you're going to succeed in what you don't want to do, which is launch a missile. But you have to know where you are, and you have to know where you're headed. If when you launch the missile, it goes where you want it to go. Okay? This joystick, every couple days, the submarine would have to come near the surface, stick up a periscope, and the inertial navigation system on the submarine would put the periscope where it thought the star was. It knew the star. And then the operator of the periscope would adjust the scope till the crosshairs were right on the star. And then the associated electronics would tell the submarine how far off it was in position and how far off it was in heading. The star could tell it that, the corrections. So often in your marriage, where you want to go, you won't be able to see. And you'll need to know where you're headed and where you are. So hopefully when you see this, it'll remind you to regularly check where you are and where you're headed. Now I hope this will sit on a mantle somewhere. Now, I know you're looking at this saying, no way, Jose. It sits like this, and you just sit on the mantle, okay?
Thank you.
You don't need to do that. Honey, where did you go?
Take it.
Yeah, we can.
What? He wants me to take it back.
All right, that wasn't that long, huh? Nobody fell asleep? All right, with the parents of the bride and the groom, please stand.
Dreaming of the day when I get back to that place, how you make me feel alive. There's no mystery, love meets honesty, it's a feeling that completes my heart. And there's one thing that's for sure, it's every day I love you more. When my soul is so right, I have no doubt that I will walk a million miles till I find you. Stay away till I get to where you are. There's no time to waste, this life ain't life without you. Take me home, baby, take me to your heart. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. my heart. And there's one thing that's for sure, is every day I need you more. In my soul, it's so right, no doubt. And I will walk a million miles till I find you. Sail away till I get to where you are. Take me home.
To your family.
Until I get to where you are. There's no time to waste this life without you. Take me home, baby, take me to heart. Take me home, baby, take me to heart. Take me home, baby, take me still.
Individually, they may seem daunting. Together, we can do it. I'd love to support and assist you in any and all adventures, however they silly or big they may be. I will love your family as I do my own, however they might not like that. You can't rub it. You can't cry. I can imagine. All right. I will trust and value your opinions and stand by your actions. I will help you become a better person if I can, since I am so flawed at myself. I will pledge to treat you with respect and love you as my equal, or my better, which you really are. I will accept your help when you offer it and ask for your help freely. I promise to guide you through sunny days on the ocean or snowy cold ones in the mountains, hopefully. I will care for you and protect you as we grow old and saggy. And as rare as it is when you are stubborn as a mule, I will eventually kiss you, poke fun of you, and in the end, love you. I love you, Jennifer Sunmi Chung. So this is from my uncle that he gave us, which is poignant, and I'm going to do the short version. Jennifer, throughout our life together, I will release you in wonderful things, affirm in your greatest dreams, be there to strengthen you when you lose heart, love you, believe in you, and trust you. Your turn.
How's my makeup? Is it a mess?
All right.
How do I follow that? My dearest Rick, at the turn of the new year, I made a resolution that this would be the year that I would finally meet the man that would sweep me off my feet. Well, that didn't quite happen. There were no roses attached to flowery love poems or long romantic walks on the beach, but instead I was hit with volleyballs on the beach, thrown into giant waves while you were trying to teach me how to surf, long, hot, and steep hikes where I was left dehydrated, and not to mention the many weeks of being your nurse and maid, doing your laundry, and the only sweeping was of your apartment floors, while you were recuperating from knee surgery. So these feet were not swept. But this heart fell hard for the man I knew from the beginning was just perfect for me. Rick, despite what seems like a rough exterior, you have shown a tender and loving heart. A man that cherishes me, cares for me, protects me, and also challenges me and makes me a stronger woman. Because of you, I am that much more a believer that God is a God of second chances. You are a special gift to me, and for that I'm so thankful. This day among our beloved family and friends, I promise to be your loyal and loving wife, your sanctuary and your home. I will be your biggest champion and a wife that makes you believe anything is possible. I am excited for the road ahead and the more adventure that our future will bring as partners, parents, and lovers. Thank you for loving me, choosing me, and believing in me. I love you with all my heart.
Amen.
Rick, as your wife, I have the opportunity to allow you to experience some of the deepest and most meaningful expressions of human love. Throughout our life together, I will release in you wonderful things, affirm in you your greatest dreams, be there to strengthen you when you lose heart, love you, believe in you, and yes, trust you completely. I love you.
Amen.
This makeup costs a lot of money.
Well, since you're both facing each other, I don't have you to do that, but if you want to give the flowers, I'd like you to both hold hands. All right, Rick, please repeat after me. I, Rick Benzini,
I, Rick Banzini,
take you, Jennifer Chung,
you, Jennifer Chung,
to be my wife.
be my wife.
I promise to love,
Promise to love,
honor, cherish, and protect you,
honor, cherish, and protect you.
forsaking all others and holding
Forsaking all others,
and holding only to you forevermore.
holding only to you forevermore.
Jennifer, please repeat after me. I, Jennifer Chung, take you, Rick Benzini, to be my husband. I promise to love, honor, cherish, and protect you, forsaking all others and holding only to you forevermore. Okay, Rick, what token do you give as a pledge of sincerity of your vows?
A ring.
Jennifer, what token do you give as a pledge of your sincerity for your vows? A ring is a fitting symbol to represent the covenant you are making today. Not only are these made out of the finest metals, reminding you of the purity of your relationship, but they are also a circle, a line of unending, reminding you that your love, devotion, and commitment to one another are to be unending. Okay, Rick?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Rick, would you place this token of your devotion on Jen's left hand ring finger? And repeat after me. I, Rick Benzini,
I, Rick Banzini,
take you, Jennifer Chung,
take you, Jennifer Chung,
to be my wife for as long as we shall live.
be my wife as long as we both shall live.
Jennifer, place the token on your devotion on Rick's left hand. Repeat after me. I, Jennifer Chung, take you, Rick Benzini, to be my husband for as long as we both shall live. All right, if you would all please rise, we'll do a prayer of blessing.
if you didn't have a child, oh, you're missing a chair. Let's go. Let's go.
Mommy,
What?
it's all good. What can I have?
Got it?
Thank you. My favorite.
You happy with it? Yep.
Not ready. Woo. Uh-oh. 왜 이게 안 올라가지? Whoa!
It's so pretty! I got another one! You guys are touching another one?
So pretty. Yes.